Hi, I'm Celeste from 3D Body Contouring, and I've put together this video in order for you to get a better understanding of how my six-pack actually works. Okay, these are my two machines that I use for freezing, and this is the part of the machine that we do actually use on the body. So, cryolipolysis has actually been around for over 20 years, and I've been carrying out this treatment for over 10 years now. And the package that I've put together, the six-pack, covers the whole midsection, which is the upper, lower and sides. So what happens is, this is the head that we use, and when I'm doing the six-pack, I'll put one on the upper, one on the lower, and then two around the side. The machine is then on you for 45 minutes. In that 45 minutes, the machine stays at a constant minus 10 degrees. In the 45 minutes, what the freeze actually does is it starts to freeze the membrane of your fat cell. So your fat cell is surrounded by a membrane, and this membrane actually freezes at about 3 degrees. So at minus 10, it's going to freeze really quickly, and then what happens is the freeze can then get down to as many layers as it can in the 45 minutes. Once the 45 minutes is done, I then remove the heads from you and I go over the area with just a very gentle massage that just gets all the blood circulating back to the area. Once the membrane has been frozen, it can no longer keep the fat cell alive. The fat cell dies after about 3 days. This process is called apoptosis. So nothing happens for about 3 days after treatment. Once your fat cell has died off, your lymphatic system then recognizes that there's something in the body that it just wants to get rid of. So it starts to break down these dead fat cells and it takes it out with all the other waste that your lymphatic system carries out of your body, and that goes through your lymphatic system and not directly into your digestive system, so you don't get an upset stomach or anything like that with this treatment. Neither does it go into your bloodstream, which makes it very, very, very safe. The breakdown process is based on all the medical studies that was carried out on the procedure, and the slowest people took 12 weeks. So from day 3 to week 12, somewhere in this window is when all the dead cells are taken out of the body. Once the cells have left the body, they are permanently gone, but I have to stress, nothing can stop you gaining weight. This means your remaining cells, if inundated with foods and fats, will continue to grow. They only get to a certain size and then they start to reproduce. This is what happens throughout your lifetime. So if you've ever gained weight through lifestyle, illness, pregnancies, anything like that, your fat cells would have increased in size. They get to a certain size, they cannot get any bigger, they reproduce. Every time you've reproduced fat cells in your life, you have them forever. You cannot naturally remove a fat cell from the body. You can certainly make them smaller with diet and exercise, but to actually physically remove fat cells from the body, that is either with surgery or technology such as freezing. So as I say, once the cells have gone, they are permanently gone, but nothing can stop you gaining weight. I'm not a dietitian or a nutritionalist, but I have been doing this for many years, and I'm more than happy to sit down and just give you a few pointers of how that you can get longevity from this treatment. I have hundreds of before and after pictures, over 180 5-star Google reviews as well for you to have a look at. So please still come for a consultation, but have this consultation in mind. Just make a few notes of questions that you want to ask me, and if on the day you want to book, we can book you a future appointment, and if it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. I don't pressurize people to book. It's not how I work. Freezing isn't for everybody. However, I do think if you go ahead with it, you won't be disappointed.